a consistent attempt by us to connect the buyers and builders and bring them on a shared platform where the voices as well as humble and loud are heard. RERA has been implemented properly or not? This is a question we consistently raise and continuously raise. Let's listen into one of the home buyers who joins us with a unique problem. He actually got a positive order from UP RERA in his case, but that is simply not being honored by the developer now. We've got with us Mr. Birendra Singh, a stuck home buyer from Nirala Aspire project, Greater Noida West. Mr. Singh, what happened? I know that your project was delayed by 2.5 years, and even though you booked it in 2013 and paid up 95%, the good thing is that UP RERA did hear it. The project was launched before 2017 when RERA Act was implemented, but you were able to get it through UP RERA, right?
Yes, right. I filed a complaint in RERA after builder denied my rights, and he was not even listening any of my requests. So after we got a positive response from RERA. However, builder is refusing to implement the order in right spirit.
What happened? I mean, what order did you get from UP RERA, and what has the builder not done?
RERA order clearly says that builder cannot charge more than MCLR plus 1% for default in payment from buyer side, and the same has to be given when the buyer is at delay in position. So builder is not listening to these orders.
Have you gone back to RERA and approached the tribunal?
I went back to RERA for order execution, but order execution was not ordered in a true spirit, because the initial order says within 45 days the builder has to refund all the money along with interest if builder fails to give physical possession of the flat on or before November 2019. But after that, I approached RERA for order execution, and in order execution, there was nothing mentioned. I gave a complete picture of how builder is calculating wrongly, and he is not following the orders in true spirit. But despite my written complaint, the RERA did not mention anything in the final.
So you paid up 95%. There is a RERA order, is not implemented, RERA is now not hearing, and you do not have possession of your home. I also believe that India Bulls decided to charge you, 11 to 13% interest on home loans?
13%. Before filing a complaint, it was 9% interest rate. The moment I filed a complaint in RERA, India Bulls increased from 9.15 to 11.75. And currently he is charging 13% interest rate on my
And what is the logic? Loan. How can they charge a higher interest rate just because you've approached UP RERA?
He is not listening anything. I have sent multiple emails to their home loan departments, but they are simply saying if you are not happy with the current interest rate, you are free to transfer to other banks. But other banks, I have approached multiple banks. Other banks clearly says in absence of a sublease deed, we will not be able to fund the loan.
So you're basically stuck in between the builder, UP RERA, and a NBFC like India Bulls, which is basically extracting a pound of flesh and more in an environment where interest rates are 8.5%. They're actually charging you 13%, which I don't even know whether it's legal in this country. But thank you very much.
9,000 per month extra I have to pay to home loan.
All right. Birendra Singh, thank you very much for highlighting the issues, and we will, of course, take this matter both to India Bulls and UP RERA and hope that your case gets resolved. But there should be a guidance as well, and we've got Supreme Court advocate Mr. Varun K. Chopra to tell us how can Mr. Birendra Singh probably approach this matter now. Varun, my first question to you is that UP RERA passed an order, but it was more done to just get the issue on the side. They're not really listening to the buyer and giving a date. They're not actually penalizing the builder for not following the RERA order. What can Mr. Singh do?
What you have raised concern with regard to Mr. Vijendra Singh, yes, it is a very peculiar case at hand. And looking at those facts, what are the remedies available for a home buyer? It is embedded in the Act itself. There are specific sections which say non-compliance of RERA order would impose certain penalties, which is section 64 and 63. And it could also lead to incarceration of the builder if he doesn't comply with the order under section 6, specifically under section 63 and 64. However, in this case, what has happened is that since due to non-calculation of the appropriate amount, the buyer has approached the tribunal in an appeal. Now, in that case, what is happening is this builder is taking time and time again to file his objections. Now, that can also be protected under section 44, which says that the tribunal has to endeavor, although the word is endeavor, but expeditiously dispose of all the appeal within 6 months. Now, that can be done, and for that, he can definitely file certain applications.
So, are you saying that Mr. Singh can go back to the UP RERA tribunal and the delayed tactics by the builder can be avoided if the tribunal takes notice and sticks to the RERA rules of disposing of cases in 6 months?
Definitely. See, that is where we have to harp upon our rights and persuade the tribunal that the Act itself is armed with certain solutions and they should definitely implement it. Why not?
You know, Varun, what is most shocking is what India Bulls, the NBFC, is doing. They've taken up his interest rates from 9% to 13% simply because he approached UP RERA and the builder is not giving him his flat on a small dispute of 4 to 5 lakh rupees. This is unheard of in today's environment when home loan interest rates are actually at 7% and no other company is willing to take over his loan. What does he do in a situation like this?
Manisha, like you rightly said, this peril of these home buyers is really, really shocking. These NBFC, are not adhering to the law at all. And RBI, for that matter, has appointed a nodal officer to which home buyers, those who are into difficulty with regard to their rates and in fact floating rates, which the RBI mandates that should be implemented. For that, they have a small route or a path through which they can definitely write. And in fact, if Mr. Vijendra Singh is a senior citizen, then it will be dealt with in a better manner because RBI's guidelines and RBI's approach towards senior citizens have been very, very, I would say, accommodating in order to address their grievances. So nodal officer, in crux of it, is the nodal officer appointed by the RBI for these NBFCs in 2018 is the right approach to be taken in order to redress his grievance with regard to the EMIs. The legal recourse which the buyer would have, that he can file a writ petition before the High Court, because RBI is covered under Article 12 of the Constitution of India.
Varun, thank you very much for joining us and giving some sort of guidance to Mr. Singh. But having said that, unless authorities wake up, unless the builders themselves realize that, they're doing so much damage to their reputation by not honoring the orders and not really being honest in their transaction. I mean, look at NBFCs to builders. This is not a good scenario. This does not encourage people to buy homes. Well, we're going to conclude here and keep bringing you such stories so that home buyers do get a resolution, if at all, through this platform. That's it from us for the moment. Thanks so much for watching.